Hello, everybody. This is Corey Funk for Funk's Film Reviews. I started this with my short reviews from 1981. Oh, now we just finished 1982. Or not 1982, sorry. I started from 1981, just finished 1992. And now I'm going to be talking about my favorite film from the year 1993. 1993, a lot of people actually in these favorite films of, a lot of them were actually Jurassic Park. Again, Jurassic Park, great movie. But I'm different on this aspect of things. There's a movie I like more than Jurassic Park. For when I was a kid, it would have probably been Jurassic Park easily because, as they said, everybody liked dinosaurs, and that part is true. But as when I grew up, even though Aladdin's a weird case, that's still a movie that is my favorite film, 1992. But 1993, my favorite film, had the start of a lot of big careers. A lot of big careers started this movie. It's a film directed by Richard Linklater. It also has Jeremy London, Ben Affleck, Matthew McConaughey had his very first role in here, Cole Hauser, Mila Jovovich, Parker Posey, Wiley Wiggins, just a big cast. And it starts with the main character is Randall Pink Floyd, who is portrayed by Jeremy or Jason London. It's one of the London brothers. I'm brain farting. I can't remember which one it is. But he gets this thing where he has to not party, but he decides that it's the last day of school and all that. The coach still wants him to have his scholarship, but he was thinking about things differently and all that, so he decides not to. And so many of these other, and then there's a bunch of freshmen too. They're going in and they're all getting hazed, and of course the one of the big guys who supposedly Fred O'Banion, which is portrayed by Ben Affleck, and he is an utter asshole in this film. He has a paddle, he wants to whip all those freshmen, and he is an asshole. He was a bully to these kids. So it deals with a bunch of they're all it's the last day of school and all that, and they're all trying to start a big party. And it was originally supposed to be at the one guy's, but the father of that one guy decides to stay home. So they all they all end up at the water tower at the end of the movie. But they go to 70s pool halls and all that, and they do their little mischievous things like get high, drink beer, and it's a great coming-of-age comedy in the 1970s, and it deals with the group that just graduated high school and the freshmen that are coming in. And it kind of tells the story of both, but Randall Pink Floyd is the main character of this film. And it's a big, like I said, there's a lot of huge names, like Matthew McConaughey is in this film, who won an Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club, but many other movies like A Time to Kill, Interstellar, a lot of romantic comedies like Ghosts of Girlfriends Past and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. He was in a lot of romantic comedies. Ben Affleck, who of course went on to win an Oscar for Good Will Hunting, and he also became a big director, and he had a movie win Best Picture in 2012 called Argo. And also, like when I mentioned Good Will Hunting, actually, Ben Affleck was in that. But there's Mila Jovovich, who's famous in the Resident Evil movies. She stars in it. Who else? Cole Hauser, who's also in Good Will Hunting with Ben Affleck, and he went on to do Yellowstone fame, like the TV show Yellowstone. He's on that, like you'd recognize him. And Dazed and Confused has some heartfelt moments, but it also has some very laugh out loud, funny moments and all that too. It's a coming of age comedy, coming of age stoner comedy, And yeah, I highly Richard Linklater is probably one of my all-time favorite directors too. He knows how to make these coming-of-age stories, unlike most directors. He actually came out with one of my favorite films of 2024 this year so far, and that's the movie Hitman. And another movie that's kind of like Dazed Confused you can watch is Everybody Wants This. I actually just saw that this year. But Dazed Confused is been a huge part of kind of like my getting stoned type of, but like I like to smoke my pot, I don't deny that, but Dazed Confused is I would say is definitely my favorite film of 1993. Yeah, Richard Linklater really knocked it out of the park with this one. Great coming-of-age stoner comedy based out of the 1970s, and I highly recommend it. This is one of the funniest things is the Slater character, who is played by Rory Cochrane, who a lot of people like. He's one of those actors. He played in he's in a lot of Richard Linklater films. He was also in a movie called Empire Records, and when he's telling the story about how a good woman, Martha Washington, and just like, yeah, great movie. I recommend Dazed Confused. And it is my favorite film from the year 1993. Richard Linklater, you really hit it out of the park with this with one. It's a double gold stoner comedy masterpiece, in my opinion. All right. This has been Corey Funk for Funk Film Reviews, and this movie is a double gold. Oh, yes, it is. Thank you very much. You have yourself a good day. Take care. Bye.